Well, because there have been so many changes in such a short space of time.
Again, I think my position is I need to focus on the next game. Whatever the discussions are over a longer term, that's not for me. My discussion is tomorrow's match, focus on that, help the team. We understand the moment we're in, we understand where we are, so we need to improve.
Finally, the top four is looking very unlikely after last Sunday's result. Is it better for Chelsea maybe to have a year out of Europe, or financially is that unthinkable?
I don't think at any point you can think it's a positive for us not to be in Europe. That's clear. We're a club with ambition and a club with desire to compete at the top. But like I said, at the moment we're not, and we have to address that. And that starts with tomorrow's match.
Thanks, Ben.
Lindsay Hooper.
Hi, Graham. I wondered if there was anything that you're seeing significantly different in training to on a match day.
Well, that's the frustrating bit for us, because we're seeing a lot of positives day to day, but they haven't been able to transfer themselves onto the pitch in terms of results. Performances haven't been as bad as our results, I would say, but still, nevertheless, we know the business we're in, and the results we haven't liked. But in terms of daily training, in terms of how the spirit is in the players, how the group's coming together, how the players are getting stronger, that's all positive. But it's hard to talk positive because we're in the moment where results aren't good.
When you're going through those stages where you've got the 2 wins from 15 and you look at the next opposition like Leeds, who are also desperate for points, I think we've seen when there have been other matchups like that in the Premier League that there's been a cautious approach. Has your main message for this one been not to be cautious but to be brave?
Well, it's always the approach, but sometimes these things happen in football. I mean, the Premier League is the best league in the world. It's the best league in the world because anybody can beat anybody. We have full respect for all the competition, but the focus should be on us being positive, understanding the position we're in. But we've been fighting this week to prepare well, to make sure we're in a position where we can conduct ourselves well and give a performance that our supporters are happy with.
And for Leeds in particular, the high press, is that something that's going to start with your midfield for this game being more resolute?
Well, we know Leeds historically, since they've been in the Premier League, have always played with that intensity. So that's something we have to deal with. We're aware of that. So now we have to play ourselves and understand what the opponent brings, but be ourselves and try to perform in a good way. That, like I said, we're after the points. We're fighting for the points.
John Southall, 5 Live.
Hi, Graham.
Hi.
Can you explain what it's been like on the training pitch? I mean, obviously you've got so many players to work with. I mean, how challenging is it? Is it difficult?
Not really. We're coaches. It's our job to work with the players we have, and I think we've done it well. Like I said, training's been good. The spirit in the team has been good as you can be when you're in a period of results that we're in. But I have to say that boys have taken responsibility. They understand where we're at. We all admit we can do better. Firstly, me and the players are honest enough as well to know that they can do better as well. So we're all there. We're all fighting, but we need to show it on the pitch, and that has to manifest itself in 3 points ultimately.
I know we've asked you this 100 times, but I think the owners have been here again today. Have you spoken to them? Are they giving you the same message still that whatever happens, they're behind you?
Well, there is support, and of course I've spoken to them, but I'm not going to hide behind that. It's like I said, the results haven't been good enough for us, and I'm responsible for that. When you're a coach, if the results aren't good, you accept the criticism, you accept all the noise that comes with it. My job is to stay with the team, stay focused, try to prepare the team as well as I can, and then win the game tomorrow.
And what would your message be to the fans? Because I think it's fair to say they're getting a bit edgy ahead of the game tomorrow.
Well, I think that's understandable. I mean, fans care, so it's an emotion, and however that comes out is understandable. We're hurting as well, but we also know that they are, and again, it's understandable. We thank them for their support because it's been there completely. And I think when you lose at home 1-0 to the team that's bottom of the league, you expect a negative response. There's no complaints about that at all. I have no complaints about our supporters. They've been fair with us. They've been supportive when they can. We haven't been, good enough at the moment to give them enough to be really excited about with the team, and that's where the work is.
And you say you're seeing things on the training pitch that maybe you're not seeing on match day. So how much is it when your team step on the pitch actually it's now becoming sort of a psychological issue, given that the run you're on?
Well, every team in the world has moments where they find it difficult, and sometimes you have moments where everything goes well. We're in the first moment, I would say. So our job is to fight through it. There's no other way. Keep working, sticking together, keep fighting through it, and believing that you can turn it round, and believing that the win is around the corner, and that's what we hope, of course, for the weekend.
It'd be nice to celebrate a goal in it tomorrow. It's been a long time at home. I think the 15th of January. I think the last time there was a home goal.
It'd be nice, yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Moose, talk sport.
You say that you could do better, Graham. Explain that for me.
Well, the results are the results, and ultimately the coach is responsible. So we have to improve those. That's the first thing, and then you have to look at the performance of the team and how we can improve that. Because generally, if you improve the performance of the team, you can get better results. It's not an exact science, but that's certainly the area. So that's my responsibility, and that's what I have to do.
But you seem to be taking a lot of that responsibility on your shoulders.
Well, as a head coach, I think you have to. That's the job. I don't think it's a total responsibility, but it's certainly a huge responsibility. And like I said, the results haven't been good enough. We know that, and we accept that. There's no hiding behind it. We have to do better, and it starts with me.
You said you want to concentrate just on tomorrow's game, not on the long term, just on what's immediately in front of you. How do you do that with all the noise that's been going about and people asking you constantly about whether the owners support you?
Well, by not listening too much to it, to be honest, is the honest answer. And step by step, next training session, next meeting, next conversation with the player, focus on the next thing, and then bit by bit you get through the days and you get through the weeks, and that's how you work. But we're fighting for improvement. We're fighting to do better. The spirit is there in the team. The spirit is there amongst the staff. The spirit is there in me. But as I said the other week, talking is one thing. We have to do it. We have to do it on the pitch.
Last one from me. You want goals tomorrow. You want to win tomorrow, more probably than anything else. Would you sacrifice your footballing principles to get that tomorrow in that 90 minutes? And in other words, does it matter how you win tomorrow? Whether you recognise it as being a Graham Potter team, as being everything you stand for, just as long as you win tomorrow?
Well, the most important thing is Chelsea can win tomorrow. That's the most important thing. It's an easy thing to say, oh, you just do something else and you win. Clearly, there's always a thought process there, but you can end up losing twice. There's no guarantees. That's the beauty of football, and it's certainly the beauty of the Premier League. It's the toughest league in the world, in a game that's so difficult to control. Football, you have to fight for the results, and you have to understand when you're in a tough moment. You have to keep fighting, sticking together, working hard, which is what the players have been doing. Which is what we've been doing this week. We give it our best, and we try to win.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, that's the end of the broadcast section. Cameras off.